From attaching cats on creepers to feeding pandas TNT, here are 40 ways to torture mobs in Minecraft. Baby mobs are very attached to their parents. They will constantly try to follow them, which is very cute. But if you're looking for a good torture method, it's perfect. The machine makes it so the baby pig is constantly trying to go to the parents, but gets pushed back. You have to be an evil villain to use this. Give me a better trade. If your villagers aren't giving you good deals, you can give them a nice shake-up. A simple looping machine like this one with ice and pistons in each corner will do the trick. Just place a pressure plate, redstone repeaters, a piston, and slime block to create the ultimate setup. The villager can never get out, and it'll be super fun to watch. Axolotls can be used as balloons. Well, if you leash a bunch of axolotls and then give them all the levitation effect, they'll soar into the sky, giving you colorful balloons. We can also attach them to a fence to use as decoration. This can be done with other mobs as well, but they aren't as colorful as axolotls. Skeletons are one of the most annoying mobs, but you can get revenge with boots. Just toss them some Frostwalker boots and leave the skeleton on an island without trees. Once it turns day, the skeleton will try running to the water, but will never be able to stop burning. This works with other undead mobs too, like zombies. Pandas are one of the cutest mobs in Minecraft, and I'll never hurt them. Psych! The worried panda type whimpers in fear whenever there's a lightning storm. When it cries, you can break any roof on top of the panda, or even just throw a channeling trident at it. Too bad this only works on Bedrock Edition. By naming a villager Dinner Bone, you can flip it upside down. The villager can then be placed on top of a barrier block or iron bar, making it look like it's hung upside down by chains. Once it turns night, a horde of zombies will spawn, and the villager will be terrified. The villager won't know the zombies can't reach it though. Creepers are the worst, but they have one huge fear: cats. By executing a command, it's possible to tie all nearby cats to a single creeper. This will make it spend its entire life running. And if you don't want to use commands, you can create a simple maze like this, where cats will be at every corner. You can also make the creeper just run side to side, which looks very funny. In Bedrock Edition, you're able to leash boats. So if you put 2 villagers in a boat and then tie it to a fence post, they'll start bouncing up and down. These villagers probably aren't having very much fun, but it's interesting to look at.
I bet.
That's not nearly as bad as using this contraption. It'll be a bit expensive, but if you fill the dispensers with harming and healing potions, you can alternate them, making the mobs take damage but never die. With just a piston, end rod, and some redstone, you can create the ultimate machine. Just put the sheep in a boat and activate the machine. But that's not all. You can also put the Dinner Bone name tag on the sheep. Endermen are great at escaping danger, but not if it's surrounded by water. By putting it in an underwater prison like this one, the Enderman will be in constant fear. But if you change one glass for a grass block, the Enderman will eventually pick up the block and dig its own grave by letting water in. Snowballs don't damage most mobs, making them amazing for annoying mobs. In this case, you can build a small room where the zombie will never be able to reach the golems. The zombies will be whacked in the head with snowballs and unable to stop it. Or you can just trap a zombie and surround it with snow golems. It'll be bonked from all sides. Piglins go crazy for gold and will even attack you if you're not wearing any. To torture them, set up a machine that drops gold, and as soon as the piglin runs toward it, the gold gets shoved into lava. Once the piglin sadly walks away, gold is dispensed again. The ultimate betrayal after getting their hopes up. Striders need to touch lava or it will turn gray and take damage after a while. We can torture it thanks to this machine. A timer will make it so just enough lava is given to keep the strider alive. The strider will be constantly shivering for the rest of its life and getting occasional warmth. This will scare your dogs for sure. Lava will fall towards your dogs, but it will always stop just before burning your dogs. To make this, you just need a simple clock using repeaters, but make sure to set the timings right or whoops. This is the Pillager Freezer. It uses pistons to surround this Ravager in powdered snow, causing it to freeze. Just before it begins to take damage, the cold is released only to start back up again shortly. You can even see it shivering inside the powdered snow. Maybe it'll be nice to the villagers now. No. Foxes will try to hunt and kill chickens, but if you place lava above the chicken, when the fox jumps to kill it, the fox will burn completely. It's a great way to give them instant karma. And if you want to go even further, you can make a machine like this one that will push the fox back each time it tries to jump after the chicken. Not today. If you trap a creeper in a boat and spin it at super speeds, the creeper will actually be dizzy. Its head will spin every so often and snap around, even though the boat is still. It also works with villagers and other mobs, so you can make them all get sick from spinning. Fish need water to live, but did you know they can survive on land for a short period of time? So with some redstone trickery, you can make them perpetually flop around, giving them just enough water to not die. It's like waterboarding, but for fish. Ooh, creepers love to explode, but with this machine, you won't let them. Lead a creeper in the spot, and when it tries to explode, the trapdoor will get in the way and cancel the explosion. This machine makes me nervous, but it's also so satisfying. Slimes love to bounce around, almost too much. To punish them for their sins, you can turn them into volleyballs using iron golems. Just place 2 big golems like this, and they'll smack that slime back and forth forever. It's an epic automatic volleyball minigame. Try it on your friends too. The warden is way too powerful, but it has one weakness: sound. Therefore, if we want to bother it, we simply place some blocks with pressure plates and bells on top for it to walk upward. Once it reaches the end, it'll loop back around. Or with just some pistons and redstone, you can make the warden go side to side without stopping, following the sound of the pistons. Piglins are super scared of this. When you place down a blue lantern, the piglin will scurry away. You can use a piston to open and close the light from either side of a wall, making the piglin run in fear side to side. Better give me ender pearls next time. Villagers can be very smart. They calculate the perfect paths to escape zombies, but you can also use this against them. By creating a pathway in the sky, the villagers will try to run away from the zombies, but will be stuck in a loop. You can make all sorts of pathways to make the villagers go crazy. Pandas will eat anything you give it. Normally, pandas will only eat bamboo, but if you summon one holding an item, it'll munch it down. This works with any item from TNT to command blocks. That must hurt its teeth a lot. Lava and dripstone is a deadly combo in Minecraft. If you place lava on top of a dripstone block, it'll make lava slowly drip down. You can set up a glass chamber with a few lava dripstone blocks to literally rain fire on those annoying hostile mobs. The classic way to torture the Enderman is with rain. In spectator mode, you can click on the Enderman to see its perspective. Each time it rains, they have to teleport all around the world to find a safe route. Hoglings can be very annoying to kill, but good thing they're terrified of warp fungi. You can separate a baby hogling from its parents, and they'll both be too afraid to cross. Or you can make them go crazy by trapping them inside a box surrounded by warped fungi. This is what you get for hitting me. If you want to torture a slime, simply lock it in a cube of slime blocks. Slimes aren't able to jump on top of slime blocks, so they'll be forever stuck. It's a bit cruel because they're jumping on dead slimes, but you can just trap magma cubes and feel less guilty. You may know that wolves are scared of creepers, but they have one other weakness: llamas. Wolves think llamas are giant sheep, so they get super scared and run away. So next time your dog is misbehaving, trap it in a room with a llama. Stop making sounds. Sometimes parrots make a bit too much noise, so you can silence them by giving them a yummy treat. Just toss them over a cookie and it'll stop making sounds, and also be poisoned. Iron golems will kill you if you hit a villager, so let's subject them to some payback. This machine bounces the iron golem up into lava and bounces it back down before it dies. Then it happens again and again and again. It's an endless torture cycle of fiery pain. Wolves hate rabbits. They'll actively try to hunt them down and won't even eat the food. For maximum suffering, set up a flowing water stream so the bunny constantly has to swim away but can never escape. The wolf also can never kill it. Double torture. Villagers love to sleep at night, but if you ring a bell, they'll get back up immediately. To prevent the villagers from sleeping, you can make this build with an observer and a bell that will not let the villagers sleep. Looks like the villager has to get back to work. Dogs are normally man's best friend, but sometimes they make mistakes. Teach them a lesson by jump scaring them with a skeleton. Then when they run to the other side, a block is shoved in their face and a skeleton appears on the other side, causing it to run back and forth. You can rain arrows on mobs. Most of the time, arrows do damage, but if you use healing arrows, you can rain down at your enemies forever. This way, the mob will feel the pain without dying. To make it last for such a long time, you can fill the dispensers to the brim with double chests and hoppers for extra backup. Then use healing arrows to rain pain onto your enemies forever without them dying. If you're scared of heights, you would hate this one. The mob will constantly be dropped down from high up, then carried up by a water stream to be dropped again. Shulkers love to teleport around, but not when you suffocate them with pistons. Activate 6 pistons all around them and watch them futilely try to escape. This is a claustrophobic nightmare. Blazes hate the cold, so surround them with ice to make them suffer. To take it even further, shove them in a cauldron filled with water to extinguish their flames. They'll be having the worst day ever. There's nothing worse than slowly falling down cobwebs. If you drop a creeper from super high up with cobwebs, the creeper will slowly await death and won't be able to do anything. It'll just have to slowly fall down and then burn. Pillager farms are one of the cruelest things in Minecraft, but you can take it even further. We can put zombies where all new generated villagers spawn, and the zombies will have a feast. If making a villager farm is too much work, we can just place 2 villagers and make one watch as the other is devoured by a zombie. Is the mob scarer 3000. Arrows will come out of the dispenser, but none will connect. It is perfectly timed to shoot arrows at the mob, but block it at the last second with a piston. This can be applied to various mobs, so use your imagination. Vindicators hate villagers. Knowing this, we can lock a villager in a minecart and spawn a vindicator in the middle. This will cause a wild goose chase that will go on forever. Piglings are evil and try to crush turtle eggs, so if you want to bother them, you can place a turtle egg surrounded by lava. Trapdoors are also placed so they think they can reach it. The piglings will try to break the egg, but end up falling and burning. This way, we will avenge the turtle, so it's not completely wrong. Screaming goats love knocking players off cliffs, but most people don't know that goats also attack armor stands. So we can set up a barrier preventing the goat from knocking the armor stand off, and it'll keep trying for the rest of its life. It'll even scream in frustration. Villagers are always raiding villages, but it's time they get a taste of their own medicine, so set up a ton of TNT in their base and light the fuse. No more village raids. For something even more satisfying, you can set a woodland mansion on fire for a fiery destruction. I wonder how long that took to build. Well, those are amazing ways to torture mobs in Minecraft. Subscribe!